Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Shamira. If you are new to my channel, in this video I'm just going to be explaining how I became a medical coder, sharing my journey along the way. I do have two other videos that I've shared in my community tab that I've done a few years ago. I did not go to school. I did not take any courses. I had YouTube. Medical Coding Cert. They still have a YouTube channel and they still have all those videos from 12 years ago. So you can go on their channel and watch those, even though I think some of it is ICD-9 and not a lot of ICD-10. So yeah, that might be a struggle. Also, Codemaster Coach. Those two were my go-to when I decided to start learning. And they were pretty much my teachers, my instructors that I went to when I was trying to prepare myself for the exam. I did practice exams. So you have to become a member of the association. I think that is what it is. That's the right term. So you could either choose like a HEMA or you can go with the AAPC to get certified. And I went through AAPC. So I had to pay the membership fee. It's like a yearly fee. And then you can get discounts on your practice exams and you can buy courses if you want to. I seen that their actual CPC course, I think it was like an online course, was like $2,000 or $3,000. I'm 20 years old. I don't have, $2,000, $3,000 and a baby to just throw into something. So I'm going to try and do this on my own. And that's what I did. So I did purchase practice exams, which were like 30 to 60 some dollars. And I just used those to study. And some of the practice exams that I found would have rationale. What's rationale? That's basically explaining to you why this is the right answer. So I would use that to help me. And then I stumbled across Amazon Kindle, I think, because I would just Google like CPC practice exams and I seen Amazon had some. Well, I had Amazon Kindle. So because I had Amazon Kindle Unlimited, I got to get all those practice exams for free. And I sure did. I would download them to my little iPad I had, and I would just sit there and study, reading questions. And I will say it's not the best thing to do is just going by your multiple choice and then using your CPT book and then trying to find the answer that way. Because I didn't take anatomy and physiology. I think I didn't take any type of anatomy course. I did not. So some of the information, it was just like reading Chinese because I had no idea what was going on. And I don't recommend it. Like I said, I was 20 years old. When you're 20, you pretty much have like this YOLO or mindset. And you just go for whatever you want to go for. And I did. What I wasn't doing, well, I probably did, but I didn't realize how important it was having time management. So time yourself when you are taking practice exams and make sure that you are answering these questions quickly. And what I didn't have, which I would highly recommend, is that you guys get, I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen, is, what is it called? It's like the 2024, I was looking it up yesterday. Okay, yes, it is the 2024 Coder's Desk Reference Procedures. You guys, if you are going to do this on your own, you need to have this manual. This manual basically breaks down all the CPT codes and it gives you more than the little blurb that you see in on a practice exam, or no, in your CPT book. So in your CPT book, if you look at a code, let's say like NST, for some reason, the 59025, I know that's just going to say a fetal non-stress test. Well, what is that? What is the provider doing? In this desk reference manual, it describes what the provider would be doing, the reason for it. So it's kind of like my OBGYN coding companion. And inside, let me give you an example. Okay. For 58661, the code is up here, the code. You see the description for it, which is like one sentence, excuse my nail polish. But then look at the description in detail, explaining what it is. If you're doing this on your own, get yourself a coding companion, and I prefer it be the 2024, whichever year, current year it is, because this video will be helpful in 2025, 2026, whatever. So look for the Coder's Desk Reference Procedure Manual and get it, because you are going to need the explanation of these surgeries, so that way it's not like you have no idea what is going on. You don't know when the surgery is changing from one surgery to another surgery, and because you're billing two at the same time. So get you one of those. I wish I had something like that. When I was studying, I didn't even know that they existed. They exist. I had to pause it really quickly to tell you guys, they don't even let you take these coding companions with you for your CPC exam. You want to know why? Because you pretty much have the answers right there in front of you. Your documentation should match up with what they have in the coding companion. So they're not going to want you to take something like this on the exam, because they're expecting you to know how to read this documentation as if you are a doctor and know how to code it correctly. So definitely get this manual. So yes. Again, I was just doing practice exams, and then I felt like at a point like, okay, I'm ready. And like I said, it was 2015, around Christmas time was when I started studying. So in February, I think 2016, I'm still 20, because I think by that year I would have been 21 in May. So I sit for my exam, and I failed. But I didn't fail by a lot, and I had to guess on 30 questions. The instructor that was there, she let me just bubble in the rest of my test. And I don't think a lot of instructors are supposed to do that or allow you to do that, but she did. And I just bubbled them all in, and I feel like doing that is what made me fail it, because I failed, and I think I had like a 64 or a 66%. You guys, you needed a 70% to pass. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that didn't even discourage me, because I did it. I did it all on my own. And I took it again, I think in 2 months later. So I think it was like March, April. I think it was April. I sat for it, because you do get 2 attempts. And I passed. I was just like, oh my gosh, I passed, I did it. So now, since I'm already working in data entry, now all I have to do is apply for a coding position within my same department, because I'm already, working in the coding field per se. My supervisors and managers, they encourage us as data entry to go for it, so that way we can become coders. So what did I do? I applied, and I think I applied in May, I think, but I didn't start until June, and I got my first coding job as a coder 1. So I was only coding E&Ms, and I got in, y'all, and I didn't even know what I was doing. My camera cut out. So I was saying, like, what was I saying? Oh, I think I said I didn't know what I was doing when I first got into my coding position, but they trained me, they showed me the ropes, and I felt like I still needed to, do a bit more on my end. And because what they're training you to do is basically they're training you your job. They're not teaching you the foundations of coding, what coding is. They're not going into details of that. They're just showing you what to do in the system and how to level out an E&M, but they're not teaching me what medical coding is. So I did take like a short AAPC, evaluation and management course, just to get a better understanding. And I still didn't go to school. I still didn't pay $2,000, $3,000, $1,000. And I just grew along the way. And yeah, that's my story. That's how I got here. I hope that it can encourage you to go for it, because it's possible. That's it. That's my journey. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening to it. I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.